Hey, how are you doing, Mo? How are you? Hey, Anthony, good evening. Hi, Angela. I bet. Do a little yawn and stretch here, I guess. Hi. Good evening, good evening. A little bit of Saturn, but the moon's kind of going to be the focus as well here. I just want to get Saturn in the view and try to get it halfway looking decent tonight. But it doesn't look bad. Look at the striation on Saturn. Actually coming in decent right now. Is it coming okay? Yeah. Is it bright enough? Is it coming in okay? Gotta try to pop it up on my phone as well. Not really, ain't really coming in that great on the phone. It's pretty tonight, yeah. It looks like there's like a little bit of degradation though as it comes from my computer outwards on YouTube. It looks like. I know what it looks like. I have to figure out what that is. Anyways, let me come over here real quick. Try a little bit more focus. I don't remember which way I went last time. It's coming in really beautiful tonight. See the striation on it. Stunning. Always stunning. Series? Maybe. Just maybe. We're actually mostly going to focus on Saturn and the moon tonight. We don't have too long before they get behind the trees. Hi, Tinkela. How you doing? How's your night? Hi, Lori. Watching from Oregon. Welcome in. How are you doing? Glad to have you. Glad to have you. Let's see here. So, of course, we got this target. Let me think it. That way we can get back to it soon. It was kind of tough to find Saturn tonight. It was being kind of a pain, but okay, it looks pretty cool. Looks actually really beautiful tonight. Let's see if I can bring in enough light we can see it properly. Yo, thank you so much, Craig. Thank you for the 2026 gift, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. What are all the planets align again? I just don't even get into all that. Oh man, the next time the planets align, it ain't gonna be anytime soon. It ain't gonna be anytime soon. Honestly, it's not something like I look up and say, hey, this is when the planets are gonna align. It's not my thing. Not really my thing. Then here we go. We got that, of course, and then we got this bright thing. Be ready. It's probably gonna come in. Wasn't too bad when it came through. And of course, we got this bright thing tonight. The beautiful moon here. I'm pulled out a little bit. We can check out the moon here as well tonight, which is gorgeous too. Yeah, we got Saturn and the moon tonight. Two different beautiful targets here. And I'm trying to get all my stuff organized so I can actually control the stuff. Yeah, it's really gorgeous though. Really beautiful targets tonight. And of course, the moon is just stunning. I love when we get into these phases of the moon. These crescent phases are just gorgeous. The other channel. Okay, Rick, I got you, man. Good to see you, buddy. Had an amazing Christmas. I hope y'all did too. Hope y'all did as well. Oh, let me bring us back over here. Gets a little bit more brightness because that's kind of dark. All the fun challenges of doing this. The moon. The moon. The moon. The gorgeous moon, too. Look at the amount of details tonight. Love looking at the Terminator line. Yes, absolutely. Love the Terminator line here. These impact craters are just gorgeous when you get near the Terminator line. You get these really, really well-defined features because of the shadow effect that we get on the moon. It's just gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous view of the moon. So much depth. It is, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I don't want to take us out of focus of Saturn too much because it's a little harder to focus on than it is with the craters on the moon, obviously. Moon's red for you tonight. Get a lot of stuff in your atmosphere. Fantastic Christmas. I went fishing. I believe it was 76 there in southern Missouri. Dude, it was wild how nice it was yesterday. Even today, it's really not too bad. It's like 47. It's not bad at all. We're probably pushing somewhere around 300x. Hopefully about 300x. Not too bad though. It was a gorgeous day. It has been a gorgeous past few days actually. Hi Lori, good evening. How are you doing? Let's circle it around another year. 2026, here we come. It is coming fast. You're coming up fast. Like super fast. Super fast. Let me turn down the speed. a little bit here on the scope. There we go. And we can kind of walk around a little bit more. Enjoy the views up here. Yeah, somewhere around 300x, roughly. Somewhere around that range. Really thought about putting up the other telescope tonight, the 8SC. C11's a little bit too much. You know, Jenny, how are you doing? Is this live? Yeah, this live views. What are we going to see tonight? Right now, the Moon and Saturn are our two main targets. Two main targets. Check out some of the mountain ranges right here. Love the mountains on the moon. Some of the most beautiful views of the moon obviously come from the mountain ranges here. You found the moon. I've checked out 3i Atlas. We have. We actually have live streamed it already a few times. With all the hasp point between them. Yeah, that'd be pretty wild. Hi, Duneen. How are you? How's your night? How soon will we be able to see Sirius? The star Sirius is above the horizon already. Hi, Trish. Good evening. Where's she seeing it? It's kind of like an early morning target right now. Like about 2 a.m. roughly. Be about 1:32 a.m. before I can get to it. Thanks, Abdul. Appreciate you, buddy. I got you, Lori. That makes sense. It was cloudy here. Like, we've had a ton of cloud and fog. Like, it's been super foggy. Hi, Karen. Good evening. How are you? So I'm busy, guys. Nice. That's awesome. Where on earth am I at the moment? Near Kansas City, Missouri. I am located over by Kansas City. Love the amount of details we have on the moon tonight, though. Just gorgeous, really gorgeous. Alright, let's see. See if we can do this again. See how well the telescope's actually synchronizing tonight. See if we can hit this target. Oh, it came in. We got it. Not very often you actually get things to work properly. But this tonight. Let's see here. It's been pulled up. Yep, the show me state, yep. Spectacular. I can't spell tonight, it's all good. I love it that way. Jupiter's not where I can view it currently. Not where we can observe it from the observatory just yet. But we got a little bit of Saturn here. We got Saturn and the moon currently. Got high thin cloud cover? No Las Vegas tonight. Not too close. I might get a clear sky later. That'd be awesome, Trish. That'd be really awesome. So yeah, we got Saturn and we got the moon. These are our two targets tonight. I gotta figure out why it don't come through Streamlabs very well, though. Looks like it drops some in definition. I'm not too sure why it does that. I don't know if there's like a cropping issue or something, maybe. Doesn't pick up your country sling. Dang. Dang. Too bad though. Beautiful view of Saturn. And look at the moons. Can you guys see the moons or no? Are they coming through? Let's see if I can pull it over a little better here. See if we can see some of the moons here by Saturn. Let me back this up just enough. See if we can get tighten it as well. There we go. That's got to bring in more exposure to get the moons to really pop, but there they are. Really cool. Really beautiful. Ah, thank you. Yes, absolutely, thank you. Pretty wild, though. Wild stuff right there. The moons and Saturn. I see about 4 moons here. Roughly about 4 moons are showing up. Yeah, I think I see 4. Roughly 4 that I can see. Hi, Nina. How are you doing? How's your night? Let me bring us back to a little less exposure here. I'll probably do a little better focus, but I know if I get to mess with focus, we'll be messing with it for so long. I'll try it though, if I can focus it in any. See a little bit of clouds pushing through right here. Really thin clouds. Alright, let's go back to the moon for a minute here. Whee! Bring out that exposure. There we go. My night was great. My night's absolutely awesome. My night was absolutely awesome. You see the clouds kind of pushing through right here? See how it gets a little bit brighter, a little bit dimmer? It's a little bit, not too bad. Hey Brian, how you doing, brother? How's your night? How you doing tonight, bud? Yes, Karen. Gosh. Definitely is not a light source. It's just a reflection of sunlight. Cold light, what is it? It's the temperature of a light. Oh, man. Anyways, it's the C11 tonight. Just trolling. I know, but it's already going to get bad. I can already see about 3 of them. It's about to see a tranquility. It is on the opposite side here. We'd have to keep moving over a little bit. Project Chapel Bell. On your tinfoil ball, nice. Aloha, hasta linda. See. It might bring out a little bit of brightness so we move over this direction. Hi Don, welcome in. How are you doing? Way out here in the highlands right now. Film a new moon with a super high exposure. No, new moon would be way too close to the sun. So like a super high exposure would be a horrible idea. Horrible, horrible idea. Hi Angel, how are you doing? Good evening. Are you right here on the moon? Oh, nice. Almost in a shock. No clouds. That's crazy. That is crazy. My Chiefs fan, I do like the Chiefs. Hi guys, Merry Christmas to you, buddy. Enjoying the gifted membership. Usually miss live. Oh, I got you. Glad you got a gifted membership though. My Christmas was awesome. How was yours? Hey Mike, my day. How you doing? We're at near Kansas City, Missouri. Over by Kansas City. I watched a game yesterday. I did. This live moon it is. Ready for the polar vortex tomorrow night? No, absolutely not. Transit across the moon. The other morning we captured it. It was like when we were doing meteors. Actually, we got to transfer the ISS, but we were using wide field of view. ready for it, Jenny? Dang. Desi was posting videos of all her snow for you in Discord this morning, being silly, trying to show us stuff we don't want. They're being crazy. Had to go look, yeah. Yeah, she tagged you in there. That's kind of funny. Really beautiful impact craters right here for sure. 68 degrees in Tennessee. The density changes based on which side of the moon you're speaking of, really. Yeah, there's definitely a variation in depth, all the way down to 7 miles. You see 3i Atlas, we have streamed it already. Show the planet Jupiter. Maybe. As long as we got clear skies tonight, we will. Tonight, right now we're going to focus mostly on the Moon and Saturn, though. In the midst of an ice storm there? Not ending until tomorrow. Dang, that's crazy. No way. Did you get a lot of snow today too, or no? Got 38 degrees and windy in DC. That's crazy. But only so deep. Yeah, I mean, they go to about like 7 miles deep. The 7 mile depth is going to be the Atkin Basin near the South Pole. It's the deepest impact crater on the moon, of course. And then you got anything from like sand grain. On average, so you see about 1 to 2 miles to 3 miles roughly. But it's just a difference in depth. That's quite a bit of a difference in depth, to be honest. Sand grain to 7 miles deep. That's a relatively difference in depth. It's a huge difference in them. A sheet of ice covering everything. That's crazy. No way, Don. That's how we were supposed to get 4. That's 6. Then ice. It went straight to ice. Oh, that's crazy. This is C11 tonight. Run the 11-inch mid-cast screen from Celestron. Hi, Seal. How are you? Oh, you're watching the moon with your C-Star S50. That's so awesome. Yo, that is amazing. That is super awesome. Not even close to Mars season yet. We still got a few months before it even starts to peak early in the morning. It's going to be more towards like the middle part of spring next year before we get into Mars season. So blurry today, the focus. We're kind of focused with Saturn as well, so we can bounce between the two. Yeah, so can't walk anywhere. That's crazy. Yo, that is crazy. I don't like ice storms. Not my friend at all. Hey, what up, Jace? How you doing, brother? How's your night? Mercury Lab before? We have before. It's really hard to do, though. Mercury is really hard to do. The regular? Assumes what you're speaking of. I don't know what you mean by barrier, though. San Francisco, welcome, man. How you doing? Love to see Saturn. We can do that. We can go to Saturn again. We can swing over towards Saturn again. No, Saturn kind of pop up. Looks like it's on the bottom of our screen. Hold it up a little higher. I'm gonna speed this up. Speed up the telescope movement. There we go. Here's Saturn. Cold today for you. Cold today in San Francisco. When you say cold, though, it's like 65 degrees, huh? How cold is it in San Francisco? 71 degrees for you right now, too. That's crazy. You want cold air? What's this live? This is Saturn right now. Looking out towards Saturn currently. Find Pluto, it's already way behind trees for us. It'll be setting here real quickly. It'll be setting on the third horizon here quick. Type of telescope, C11. Yo, Jace, thanks, buddy, for the sun. I appreciate it, bro. Thanks, man. I'm sure he'll definitely be happy to know he got another one. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you. Hi, Springer. How you doing, buddy? January 30th is the next full moon. Yep. It's coming up fast. Spoiled the child. He got spoiled. Like, horribly spoiled this past, yesterday, I should say. Like, horribly spoiled. 27 degrees for you. Oh, that's crazy cold. If Saturn's there, where's Jupiter? Jupiter is often to the eastern side of the sky, still behind trees for me, though. Is this really Saturn? It is. Can you see Uranus or Andromeda with that? Well, you can. It's just this is really, really zoomed in, though. Like, Uranus is easy to do, obviously. Andromeda, we just see the core of Andromeda. Just the core. It's kind of crazy. Yo, thanks, bro. Thank you for the 50 gifted memberships. I appreciate it, man. Thank you so much, brother. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Gotta pull up the chat now. Can't see it. Goes by so fast with those. Here, pop out chat. Let's see if I can do it this way. Thanks, man. I appreciate you, brother. It's -1 degrees there. Oh, that's crazy. Is that Celsius or Fahrenheit, though? Hey, doctor, how you doing? How's your night? See any mountain smash when you ended the mission? A little bit of everything. A little bit of everything got torn apart, and it's a great question, though. What exactly happened? That's a different terminology, but obviously, like, probably all kinds of wild things happened to it. Within that 30 minutes, it probably started to degrade pretty quickly, though. Jace again, thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Jem, where are you located? I'm located in the Midwest part of the United States. How's everyone doing the gift? It's, I think, the $ on the bottom, and the I think it's like a $ to the right of the chat area, somewhere in that right area. 1 degree Celsius. Okay, I got you. It's not too bad here right now. We're 46 degrees Fahrenheit. I couldn't tell you. That's like probably 10 degrees roughly in Celsius. Any nebula yet? Not with the setup. We're gonna put in a different camera to do nebula. Yeah, the merge with. We're the only. We a galaxy that merged with the Milky Way. No, like we are the Milky Way. We're inside the Milky Way. There's galaxies that do merge with the Milky Way. We're merging with one currently. And we will continue to merge with a bunch of them, obviously, but most likely we formed here in the Milky Way, though. Got your first telescope for Christmas. Oh, too bad. It's glass, so I can't use it yet. No, dude, that sucks. That sucks. You only see the core. How so? Only see the core of which? Of what? Oh, like of Andromeda. So we see like the core of Andromeda, the brightness of the area, the nuclei that's going on there around supermassive black hole. And the reason that is we don't have the field of view that we need. This is really zoomed in. Our current setup's really zoomed in. So we just can't get Andromeda to show up. Andromeda's massive. It's about 6 full moons wide in perspective. And this barely picks up the moon. We're just way too zoomed in. We're trying the atmosphere and see planets from the ground. I mean, we see planets. Obviously, we're seeing one right now. Why are you stuck there? What do you mean stuck there? We got the moon tonight as well. Swing over there if you want to see it. We got, of course, the beautiful planet Saturn, and then we got this thing that's going to come in way too bright because I didn't get to it on time. And of course, we got the moon. We got 2 different things. 2 targets for now. Three Atlas is not above the horizon where I can get to it currently. Come on, Nebula, like Ring Nebula. Yeah, it would come in decent for the most part. We just have to do a lot of plate swapping to get to it, though. How people send so many gifts? The bottom right, there's like a $. Yo, space knowledge. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you. Thank you, by the way. Can we see Uranus or Neptune? You know, Neptune's really close to us. The only problem with it is it's so dim that when we try to get a lot of exposure with the moon being this close to it, we get blown out by the moon, the light coming off, being reflected off the moon. It's just really hard to do when the moon's this close to Neptune. Uranus would be a little bit easier, but it's just on the opposite side of the sky currently. Don, thank you so much for the floating hearts. I appreciate it. Love you. Top 3 planet for you. That's awesome. I love Jupiter too. I think for observation, like Jupiter definitely wins for me. How wide are the craters? It depends. On the average, about 20 miles wide on average. But a lot of what we see here are massive. A lot of these, like, let's kind of go with this guy right here. The one kind of in the center currently. Kind of decent size. This is probably pushing about 60, 70 miles wide. Hi, Ramon. Good. How's your night? How you doing, buddy? How are you doing? Any structures found on the moon? Never seen a structure on the moon. Never have. Jupiter is a baddie. It really is. Jupiter's really gorgeous. Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Don't mind me. I appreciate it. You know, Merry Christmas to you. Hopefully you had an amazing day. Those critters are so massive. It's a crazy thing that you've seen through your telescope. Honestly, nothing crazy. Nothing I would say like crazy by any means. Where's the flag? You need one? Like, you can pick one up like at Walmart or something like that if you need one. This actual footage? I would hope so. Can you show us closer to the South Pole craters? South Pole craters? It'd be off in this direction in our view. Be off in this side of the view. The curtains of the aurora. Oh, that's so true. Don, thank you for the 100. I appreciate it. I appreciate that. Go launch in 2026. It will. It arrives in 2031, right? Was that the arrival point? First target at the clouds would clear up. That'd be awesome, man. Hopefully they do. I hope they do. It's called cloud tax, though. Anytime you get a telescope or equipment there too, you get cloud tax. It gets you. It does get you. Did you see that? Let's see what. 3i Atlas tail causing me. We will not. We actually will not get to go through the stream from 3i. I wish. That'd be really cool. Throw Rugged down there for Artemis 3. I can't wait for Artemis 3. It's gonna be a blast. We get Artemis 2 coming right up though. I'm excited for that. What are we looking at? The moon. That's currently the moon. You knew it. Knew what? Cloud tax. Yep, cloud tax is a thing. Cloud tax comes in a very special package every time you get a telescope. You open the telescope, it just immediately opens up, I guess. It's just kind of a thing. Whenever you get equipment, obviously for like looking up into space, you realize how often we actually have clouds here on Earth. It's kind of crazy. And just call it cloud tax. Special body like again. Innocent. Is the moon older than Earth? It is not. Some of the debris obviously would be in its own sense, but very close to about the same age in its own sense. But if we're talking about formation, no, not at all. Murphy's Law, yeah. That's so funny. Have not heard any notes on it. I meant the crater. Oh, there's so many craters here. Way too many. Here it's a bit older. What a gorgeous moon we have anyways. Back over here real quick. Let's find and look at the target. Angry Astronaut, what's up, brother? I appreciate it, man. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. See if we can locate Saturn again. Where you at, Saturn? Not the zigzag. Oh, there it was. Just seen it. Right there. Okay. If we can pull it up enough. Get Saturn here. Galileo Trapezoid. What? Our conversation tonight's pretty wild. Hi, Natalie. Good evening. How are you? Are holes made on the moon? These are impact critters from things like asteroids, comets, micrometeoroids, stuff like that. Let me track the moon right, or sorry, Saturn right about here for a minute. Yeah, thank you, Angry Astronaut. I appreciate you, buddy. Our moon is bright and beautiful. That's true. How many moons is Jupiter? 97. Jupiter has 97. Saturn has 274. A better place, like how we can see the whole rings. Next year will be quite a bit better for us, obviously. But 7 years, roughly 7 years from now, we'll have the greatest southern opening on it. Hi, Eva. How are you? How's your night? That's on Atlas 3i. It's just a comment. Nothing too crazy with it. We've been able to capture it a few times. It's kind of fun. Makes so much sense to do. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, pull it back over in our center here. Just came home. Oh, no way. Just getting home. Real relatively isn't that perfect. God, that's amazing. And Earth could fit in the sun. Ah, oh, so many. About 1.3 mil, roughly. And then around the moon and pull closer to Earth. See what happens. We would need a lot of energy to do something like that. Like a lot of energy. You had lunch with your sister. Oh, that's so cool. That is awesome. Hopefully you had an amazing lunch. Second moon is supposed to have been discovered. It gets kind of pulled along with us in its path. I'd have to actually look up exactly where it is, though. Most likely an evening time object. Which planet looks more beautiful to you? In our perspective here on Earth, definitely Jupiter. I'd go with Jupiter. I was just above cloud level. Let's see. I honestly don't know. Yeah, I love the name Angry Astronaut. Hi, Jessica. How are you? How was your night? Lovely to catch you. Oh, that is true. Absolutely. I gotta run in for just a minute. I gotta go check on the other telescope. Let's see if it's actually running currently. I need to make sure we're fully set up with it. Let me check my Discord too. Give me just a minute, y'all. I'll be right back. Give me just like probably 2 minutes or 3 minutes. I gotta help someone with the other telescope real quick. I'll be right back. I consider Pluto a dwarf planet. I keep it up with the definition, but I'll be right back, y'all. 2 seconds. Okay, here we go. Yeah, it kind of slid up on us. Get back here, Saturn. There we go. Got to do a little bit of focus. You guys want the want Saturn for a minute here, or do you want the moon? What do you guys want to check out for a second here? Sorry it took so long, by the way. Had to go fix something. Same telescope. Oh yeah. Man, they would highly recommend. That's awesome. That's super awesome. I wouldn't recommend this telescope at all. This is a super heavy telescope, personally. Yeah, it was trying to run away from us. It was definitely trying to run away. You want to see the moon? Yeah, there's great. Yeah, that's kind of the same way I am. No telescope, the moon. The last 3 nights are beautiful. Oh, so true. If you go out and look at the moon right now, you'll see Saturn really close to the moon. It's a really bright object just to the southeast of the moon. Hi, Jerry. How you doing, buddy? Good evening. Can you stack it real quick? We can. Let's try to focus first. See if we can do a little better focus here first. Oh, my folks are over here. See which way we need to go. We can do a little bit better focus, and we'll probably get a better stack, obviously. See which way we need to go, though. Get the best stacking. It's coming in decent tonight for the most part. It's just out of focus. Let's see if we can get it. Kind of zoom in just a bit here. Let's try to go inwards, in a little more, maybe. No, it looks like we gotta go the other way. Maybe. We go one more time inwards. Kind of getting half decent, but it's just a little jumpy. What's it look like for y'all? Kind of jumpy. A little bit of focus flop there, or no? There we go. I'm gonna hold it here for a minute. Let's see what it looks like on my phone. Let it stabilize. Okay, then we'll try to stack it here. Let's see what it does. The big old stacking box off my view. It's gonna be okay. Ain't gonna be like the best stack, but it's still gonna be kind of gorgeous looking. That continues to stack here though. It's not too bad. Oh, thank you so much, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you for the love and support, bud. I appreciate it. That's a decent. It's coming in definitely decent-ish. Not horrible. We could have done a little bit better focus though. Not too bad. So here's what it looks like without stacking. This is the raw video mode, of course, and then when we stack it, we get this here. It's really gorgeous. That is such a. But we are way out of focus right now. Let's see if I can do that. Here. Go back over here to the focuser. Figure out which way we need to go. Stack the other way. Kind of what it's looking like. Stacking is where we take all the frames from the video, the images basically, and then we put them on top of each other and align them properly so that you get a little better definition. It just gets rid of a little bit of the noise, and we stack the best of like 50% of the frames per se. This gives you a better definition of the view of what you're looking at. This is pretty cool. Nina, thank you. Honestly, thank you. Thank you so much, Nina. Thank you for the love and support as well. You're due for the dew eater. I got one on there right now. It's actually running currently on the C11. Time phone. Oh, I got you. That makes sense. I got you. Is it a gas planet? It is. Mostly hydrogen and helium. When we talk about Saturn, and there's other elements, obviously, like methane, propane, so on. Joe from New Jersey, welcome in. How you doing, Joe? Good evening, bud. Make sure I got the rest of the comments up here. I think we're good. You guys ready for the moon again? Go back to the moon for a minute. Icon, how you doing? What is that? Right now it's Saturn. Currently with Saturn, but we took it way out of focus, I think, here. Let's go to the moon. Let's do it. Let me take out some of the brightness because I don't want to blind us all when we get there. A little bit of a flashbang moment. Actually, let me hit Saturn here real quick and tell the sync as well. There we go. All right, 3, 2, 1, and we on our way. Okay, we got pulled into our view again. Which way did it go? I need a little bit more brightness to see where we're actually at. Then let me speed up the telescope a little bit. Whoa. A little bit slower. Then we can bring in the moon real quick. And then we'll try to focus here as well. Kind of zoom back out a little bit here. Not like crazy zoomed in. What are we looking at? Right now we're going to hang out with the moon for a minute. Once I get some of the brightness out. Here. Need some brightness out. Alright, let's see how bright that is. Let me know if you can see it okay. Is it still coming in bright enough or is it too dim? Maybe a little bit more bright? Maybe? How about that? Why does NASA stop going to the moon? They just went like beginning of last year? Year before. Kind of just went. You have to look up Artemis 1. Curious why you get much clearer pictures of galaxies, because we're taking a photo at that point. Quite a bit different. When you take a photo, you obviously are going to get much better details than when we're doing something like. Plus, you got to do a lot of focusing with this telescope. It's crazy to focus this telescope. We're looking through a telescope. We are. Thanks to not that fly me to the moon. Love it. Maybe it's tonight. We steal the moon. There you go. Yep, some nights we get it pretty decent here. Some nights we get decent focus, some nights we just don't. Is what it is. India's doing an amazing job in the space sector. That's great. Eva, thank you so much, Eva. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs, Eva. I appreciate that. Thank you. Whoa, we gotta slow down telescope controls. We're flying way too fast. Let it simmer down for a minute here. There we go. India is true. Your parents got you a telescope for Christmas, easy. That is amazing, buddy. That's amazing. That is amazing. Yep, the moon is twerking. That's true. Yeah, absolutely. Is this live player? Like. Anyways, how wide are those craters? On average, about 20 miles wide. But these are relatively large ones that we're seeing currently. Some of these are relatively large, but the average impact crater size on the moon is about 20 miles wide. Hey, Roman, tracking, that's different, right? Oh, man. Gotta try to focus here a little bit. Let's see what we can do. Get the focuser control back up. There we go. Let's see here. Which way do we need to go? Good question. Let me run it out. See what it does on the outbound way. Looks like the wrong way. Try back inwards. Yeah, you can see a lot of craters inside craters. It's actually really cool. Gordo, thank you so much, buddy. Thank you for the love and support again, dude. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You're laughing at your own jokes, dude. At least someone's laughing at them. Got ya. My bad. But I gotta pay attention here. We gotta get it focus. We need to find focus here. Alright, now let's move outwards. Maybe. We shall find focus at some point tonight. Hey, Dibby. Welcome in. Brad, what's up, brother? How you doing? I think we're getting a little bit closer. Seems like. Maybe. Every now and then it gets a little too blurred, though. Let's see if we need to be around here. We need to change it from like 1,000 steps. We'll go like maybe 100 steps each or something. Anyways, we're having another car lancing out in space. I honestly don't know. Don't have the answer for it. Red light creature slowly moving along the shadow of the craters. It's going to be out of focus right now. We're just trying to get back in focus currently. What do you freeze it at? It'd be very cold on the moon when the shadow's coming around. It'd be very hot when the sun's reflecting off of it. It just depends, though. It's very, like right now at this area here, you're going to be getting closer to about the average of the temperature. But it's going to be really cold in that impact crater. Like really cold currently. The snow there in Philly. It's crazy. You don't want no snow anywhere. What did I do to the focuser? I think I'm going way, way, way past where we're supposed to be. Go back, go back, go back. Been a minute. Hey, it has been. Welcome in, Shauna. How you doing? How was your Christmas? Am I going the right way on the focuser? Not helping. Yeah, I can't even focus on focusing. I think we're getting there, though. I think we're going towards the right direction. Kind of hold it for just a second. I've seen Saturn yet. It's right by the moon, I think. It is. It's very close to the moon. We have been. We've been jumping between the moon and Saturn tonight. Saturn County last week. On YouTube, playing the Apollo astronaut. It's awesome. Yeah. Looking for aliens, that'd be crazy. That'd be crazy. Yeah, there's all kinds of videos on YouTube, obviously. A lot of brain rot type stuff for sure. All kinds of wild stuff you can find on YouTube. Looking for aliens in the chat. It's probably the best place to find them, though. Yeah, it's the best place to find them. Definitely the best place to find them. There we go. Looks like we got a better focus now, though. Looks a little bit better. Hi, Allie. How are you doing? Nights are moving the clouds. Time I got 100 yards closer. I dumped down. Happened 5 times. That's crazy, dude. Careful on the moon to a space water road. No, not at all. Not at all. Don't know what they are? Yeah, that's a good question. Good question. The younger impact craters do reflect a lot more light than the older impact craters. Yeah, they're much more reflective. That the moon it is. How you doing, Choco? How's your night going? Yeah, with all those craters, but only Earth. We have an atmosphere. We actually have an atmosphere. It burns up a lot of stuff, but we got impacted a ton as well. But there's a lot of different things that come up. Obviously, our atmosphere burns up stuff. The moon don't have an atmosphere. It don't burn stuff up as it comes in. But we also have like sediment changes here, which we don't see as much on the moon itself. The only kind of sediment change you see on the moon is from like solar winds. The temperature warmer and newer craters, like it tones down pretty quick, I would imagine. it would just tone down pretty quick. A lot of the debris is going to come out. It's going to be relatively cold, but things do ionize during like impact. You can see like a lot of different crystallization type stuff. For example, like the silica glass. So things do happen, which would be a very hot process of its own. But then they would cool off relatively fast. So. What are meteorites? Meteorites are debris left behind from space objects like. Yeah, kind of. I guess let's take it down a little bit more. So whenever things come around the sun, they get like kind of diffused in a sense. So like asteroids, comets, and you get all the debris left behind. It's going to be meteoroids, and these meteoroids they come through the atmosphere and hit the Earth, and that's what, or any solid object, or even a gaseous object, you still call them a meteorite, but an object that lands on land per se. You'll see. Same activity on these ones. It'd be pretty wild. I highly doubt it. Highly doubt it. We got cake. What? Hopefully that answer. Meteorites are just objects that land on the ground. And it could be things from other objects as well. For example, like the moon. You can get lunar meteorites or Mars meteorites. Martian meteorites. Got strawberry cream pie. Yo, that sounds so good. That sounds really good. Yo, what up, Las Vegas? How you doing? How's your night? Alright, let me see here. Getting too many messages all at once here. Oh my goodness. Didn't get out some money. Where did I hire somebody into it? Ah. There we go. Hey Susan, how you doing? Welcome in. How's Illinois tonight? Hungry now. Anything in the Cosmos cake. Wow. That sounds really good. Sounds really good. I appreciate you, Easy. Thanks for hanging out with us, buddy. I appreciate you. It is warm out. Nice. That is so awesome. It's really nice here in Kansas City as well. This is an actual image. Yep, this is live right now of the moon. Don't have to face all that. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Key lime cake there. Oh, that sounds really good. Key lime cake's really good. Impact on the moon. I've never captured one myself. I personally have not. I have not been fortunate enough to capture one myself. Ever see anything weird up there? I do not. Or I should say I have not. Does the moon receive meteorite impacts and not our Earth? It does. We do receive meteorite impact. It happens quite frequently, actually. But there's massive impact craters here on Earth itself. We got one here in Arizona. One of the largest and oldest ones you can find in Africa and also in Australia as well. There's definitely a lot of impact craters here on Earth. Jupiter got our back. Not really. It's kind of a frenemy. It does both. It slingshots stuff at us, and it does get rid of some objects as well. Yeah, we got a lot more atmosphere, a lot more protection, but we have sediment changes. Most of the impact craters that we see here come from the Great Bombardment period, like 3.5 to about 4 billion years ago. Quite a bit different. The heat of radiation coming off the moon, is that heat or radiation. So what we see here is going to be from our atmosphere. This is just what we see from our atmosphere. And we got, Wolf Creek crater. Australia. Wow, it's huge. Yeah, one of the largest ones. I'm pretty sure you guys might have the largest one. I can't remember if it was the one in Australia or Africa was the largest one. It's super massive. Yeah, I see it. Heavily cloud tax. Dang, Don. That's horrible. That is horrible. That's a really gorgeous impact crater right here in the center. You can see it's a really amazing looking central peak. That's so cool. This live it is. All space junk we leave orbiting the Earth. Do you ever see all the space junk we leave orbiting the Earth? What exactly do you mean? All the space junk that we leave orbiting the Earth. You mean like satellites? Thanks, Gordo. Appreciate you, bud. Catch the flash a while back. What flash? Has anyone heard the theory that the Earth used to revolve around Saturn? I highly doubt that could ever be possible. Do you believe we went to the moon? What would my beliefs have to do with your opinion? Like, if I say yes, is that going to make you feel better? Or are you just going to argue back on it? Because obviously we went to the moon 6 times. Looks like eyes. Oh my goodness. Watching stuff on that. Looking at the moon. That's correct. Left. Oh, okay. I got you. Most of them are pretty far out. Like when you talk about the Saturn V type objects, they're relatively far out there now. Hi, Moon. How you doing? More than wrong. Maybe. Could have been. Documentary, funny thing happened on the way to the moon. What's up? You have to let me know which one. Here for another trip to the moon. We are. Looks like number 80. Nice. So check it out. Well, I mean, you got to tell me which documentary or something. Funny thing that happened going to the moon seems like a subjective mention there. I'm not too sure. Like, what's the name of the documentary or something? Show you something amazing. I mean, that's pretty amazing. The moon up close. I've said something to use to move the telescope. So smooth. This is the EQ6R Pro mount. Moon craters look really beautiful. Hi, Anna. How you doing? Imagine the empty of the universe. What about slow humans? We're still amazing. In our own sense. For sure. You guys want to go back to Saturn? Should we try for Saturn again? See how bad our focus got since we started focusing on the moon? Then it looks like we're going down. Oh my goodness. What's your thoughts about SpaceX? Honestly, doesn't matter to me. They do what they do. Seems to work pretty well. Anything that can do space missions and figure out like safe travel and stuff, like, you have to be supportive of that, of its own. Like, therefore, like I support anyone that wants to get into, whether it's astronomy or into safe space missions. I think that's amazing. Hi, Joe from Belgium. Welcome in. How are you doing? Have you seen by telescopes? Yeah, that's so true. Can you see the secret base on the moon? There's no secret base on the moon. How long would it take to travel to Mars? It just depends. It really just depends, but 3 years would be the aim. Be roughly the aim, about 3 years. Is it years? I gotta look at your question. Oh, okay, yeah, about 3 years roughly. It just depends on the what you're trying to do exactly. You want to see the alien or government moon base? There's none. The moon gets photographed in high definition photographs, like every aspect of it. You can look up the Lunar Reconnaissance Orbiter, by the way. We need bases on the moon for scientific research. We need them on the moon just to get to Mars. That's the biggest thing. Like, as far as the moon goes, we've done a lot of I mean, there's still things you can learn when it comes to the moon, but we've got a lot of understanding of the moon. This is the most well understood object that we have in the solar system, behind Earth, obviously. Your house is moon base, nice. Anyone got to the moon yet? Despite technology advancements, money and public interest. But we're going now. Like, look at the Artemis missions. All about money and public interest. Moon looks like a piece of cheese. What kind of cheese does it look like? You can see the dark side right here on the left side of the screen is the dark side of the moon. There's no true like dark side of the moon, just night phase. Even the far side also receives sunlight. Dark side of the moon's a song. Where am I from? The Midwest part of the United States. Ever seen anything strange on the moon? I have not. What are your plans? Millions of miles away. Sounds possible. Crazy, huh? If anyone had a secret base, it would be secret. Oh, no, not at all. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Like, the amount of other countries that go up there and take photographs, like, they'd be giving each other out so fast. You gotta remember USSR to China to Russia to Japan, India, obviously. And of course us. Like, there's so much going on there. There's no hiding anything. And now you got private organizations that go up to the moon. We need a permanent telescope on the moon. I would agree with that. Putting a couple of telescopes on the far side of the moon would be super awesome. Like, really awesome. You believe in the multiverse. It's really hard to actually believe in the multiverse. It's an interesting concept, though. But it's really hard to believe in the multiverse. A small base on the far side of the moon, they'd still be captured. The moon has here, yes, sir. No. It'd be a vacation spot by now. Why is it taking so long to make it this thing profitable? I don't know. Not my thing. Yeah, money definitely talks. No secrets anywhere. That's so dang true. Keep it in frame for 3 minutes. You got a manual moving telescope. It's a good way to learn, though. Honestly, a good way to learn how to track objects. Where you can stand and see the dark side of the moon. There's no such thing as the dark side of the moon. There's the far side of the moon and the near side of the moon. We see about 59% because of a process called libration. We do not see the actual far side, just part of it, as we get that liberation process to go on during its orbit around Earth. Is your telescope heavy or difficult to set up? It's a decently heavy in its own sense. It's not like massively heavy, but it's awkwardly heavy in that kind of sense. Like, you always have that fear, like, what if I drop this and mess up like a $3,000 optic? It was a target practice, ancient ones, way back in time. Gotcha. Can you look across the ocean? Would that work? I mean, you'd just be looking out in space at that point. Is there a dark spot on the moon? There are. There's some, like, dark impact craters that never received sunlight near the poles, though. Like, down near the South Pole, where it gets to, like, negative 410 degrees Fahrenheit. It's reaching really close to absolute zero. Is there a rover on the moon? There's several. We have one as well. Anything weird? Honestly, in my chat. Pressure barrier that of the 60s. Why isn't anyone using it? We do. Obviously, we do use it, but we worry a lot more about the ISS. But we just went around the moon. Just recently went around the moon, and it hasn't been that long ago. Private companies are landing on the moon. India's landing on the moon. We're working on Artemis 2, which will go around the moon with people, and then Artemis 3 will land on the moon. Can water be observed on the poles? There is ice water observed on the poles. Lunar reflectors still work. They do, but they're not used anymore. Do you believe in aliens? I think life is out there somewhere. I don't think that we've ever been visited or anything like that. I think you also got to remember a lot of things, like how life works when it comes to traveling, and then you also got to think about distance of the objects. It's just so massive. Gonna crash into the galaxy? Do they mean that we're literally crashing into it? Nah, not in the sense of like crashing, but merging. Merging happens quite often. We're merging currently. Moon reflectors light? No, we used them. You can actually watch it on Mythbusters as well. They actually did a retroreflective experiment with the retroreflective mirrors on the moon. Could you see 3i Atlas? We have streamed it a few times. Has there been a moon landing in the 1960s? Yeah. First landing back in the 1960s. Random crater lights, what are they? Younger impact craters. Tend to be more reflective than the older ones. Propaganda between the Soviet and... Oh, they were working together. Two countries fighting each other were working together. And then what about India? Taking photographs of them. China, Japan. Sure. Where exactly is out there? As space is truly infinite? I wouldn't say, like, it's kind of a weird question. So, would you define space as the universe itself, or is space what the universe expands into? It just depends on which definition you go with. What telescope is this? C11. Will you be tracking the Artemis 2 launch when it gets close to time? I would not be able to see it from here in Kansas City. You see Andromeda, we can. Just the wrong setup currently, though, for that. Want to use a different setup than what we currently are using. Get the 4SE. 4SE is a really beautiful telescope. We got one of those as well here. It's a really beautiful telescope. I like the 4SE. Let's say it's a flat circle. Or is it a back? It's a great question. Doesn't appear to be like a flat circle. You can look up like the cosmic background radiation though and get a better understanding of kind of what it might look like in a huge sense. I don't know if there are any doubts or attempts to protect them from minerals for private companies. Honestly, I don't know. I honestly don't know, Adam. Hi, Evelyn. Welcome in. Plasma in the sky. What are they? I got no clue. I've never seen your videos. Hey, Jace. What's up, buddy? How you doing, man? Can you view Saturn? We can. If we can fly over to Saturn here. 3, 2, 1, and we on our way. See how close we get. My throat's kind of itching right now. Alright, let's find Saturn. A little zigzagging around. Oh, I see Saturn right there. Here's Saturn. How wide are those impact craters, you think? On average, the average one's about 20 miles, but a lot of them that we were seeing good size. Quite a bit of those were good size impact craters. Let me track it. Track Saturn here for a minute here. Pull it back down. That'd be beautiful Saturn. Need a Mountain Dew? No. I do not want too much sugar right now. Not after yesterday. That was way too much sugar. When will you observe Mars? Closer into like the end of winter into spring. End of winter into spring. We'll be able to observe it a little better. Hour capturing Jupiter. Got perfect size. Yo, that's awesome, Jace. That's amazing, buddy. I love it. Jupiter's so gorgeous. If we keep clear skies tonight, we'll probably get to Jupiter as well tonight. It'll be super awesome. China mining on the other side. Not really mining per se, but they are trying to collect samples. It's hard to say mining. Like, mining in its own sense, yes, but if you say mining, what's that mean? Like a full-scale operation? It'd be really hard to do. It's super expensive. I hope that kind of makes sense to you. They're definitely trying to collect samples. Recent 3i Atlas. The last time we were able to capture 3i Atlas was about a week ago. Roughly about a week ago. Saturn for the first time and saw the rings. Oh, we're supposed in a bit. Oh, that's all good, man. With the SV Vani 205 camera. Very nice. Love it. Alright, sounds good, Lori. Pure arcade, man. I think Saturn with a stick on a ball. If I could see it, yeah. Does it look blue? No, it's very, very bright white because of its atmosphere. That carbon dioxide atmosphere is so reflective of sunlight that you basically look at its atmosphere when you're looking at Venus. I will never fully comprehend how big these other planets are, even if I try to. Oh yeah, I get you. What do you think about time and space travel? What's the actual question? We'll keep preparing for it just in case. Yeah, could be. Do you have the 3i content on your profile? I do. It's from our live streams. 3i Atlas gone forever now. It's on its way outwards. You gotta be a little bit more specific, Alexis. As in what? AI says, Rick. The Patriot Cool Story did. The rings were like at the top. Yeah. You just spin your camera and get different views, obviously. 26 degrees is what the plane is on Saturn, so the ring should be about 26 degrees. Ah, thanks, Ragnar. Thank you so much, buddy. Donald from Virginia. What's up, buddy? How you doing? Welcome in. You ever seen anything odd you can't explain? People in my chat, for real. Chocolate cake is screaming your name. Nice. Y'all are talking about cake and pie tonight way too much. What if they found a sign on the moon that says it's hungry and it sees you? That'd be pretty wild. And no, it's not AI. These are raw views of Saturn. If it's AI, it'd be so much better than what we see here. Like, so much better. Let's see Jupiter. Not high enough yet for me to get to. Not quite high enough for us to get to here in the observatory yet. Can't wait for Jupiter's opposition coming up in January. Absolutely. Big Pie, where? All over the chat. It's all been the conversation all night, it seems like. 26 degrees from our view. It's 26 degrees on its plane as it orbits around the sun itself. Like its orbital plane. 26 degrees. Some lenses for the 114 Celestron telescope, so I can see closer. Definitely like look into a 2x Barlow, but maybe think about the SV Vonnie's zoomable eyepiece, that the what is 7 to 21 millimeter or 6 to 21 millimeter zoomable eyepiece they have, which ain't a bad one. It's like 40 some bucks. It's actually a really beautiful eyepiece though. I know, like Jace, you've seen a shooting star, dude. That's amazing, man. That's super awesome. That's super awesome. Turn down the brightness to see any details we could. It's a little bit out of focus, so let's see if we can get a little better focus too. I don't want to mess up the focus too much, but definitely see if we can see the striations here. Start to make out some of it. You make out striation or no? Going on with this video, you guys seen something I don't? No, I'm just seeing Saturn. Our debate about dark energy. Oh no, not at all. It's a good question. Does dark energy even exist? Does expansion truly occur still? There's a little bit of information starting to come out that might be interesting. Some of the papers on the universe expansion, which would be very interesting to see how that goes in probably the next couple of years. That was featured in Nebula from the Pillars of Light, Pillar Creation. Do you think they really look there, or they color in? So you can get false colors or you can get natural color. Thanks, Jace. Appreciate you, buddy. Because I love you. No, dude, you're great, man. You're doing awesome. Thanks for the love, by the way. Appreciate it. Thanks for the love and support. Kind of go back to that, though, is you can either have false color or you can have natural color. False color, so the image itself is real. The coloring can be false color, so you can make out the different elements, if that kind of makes sense to you. Like, for example, sometimes you want to use a different color to represent this is what you're looking at, this element, the specific element, and so you'll assign that color to those elements. So it's, elements would make up the fingerprint of the universe, so you color it in a specific color so you can kind of determine exactly what you're looking at. So you got false color, you got natural color, or you can even go straight into monochrome. So absolutely, what you're seeing is real. The coloring, you'll have to see if it's false color or natural color. Have you ever viewed a black hole? Not a black hole. We see the like effects from black holes, but you don't really observe black holes. But you can definitely observe where a black hole is. You can observe the effects from black holes. Always feel cozy in your stream. I appreciate it. I'm glad to have you. Definitely glad to have you. Darren from Florida. Welcome in, buddy. What if dark energy and dark matter is empty space itself? Well, it'd be kind of wild because you need some kind of matter to have gravity. And you see gravitational forces out there that are not accounted for, and that's what's considered to be dark matter its own, or in its own sense, it's dark matter. It's just things that you cannot see. You can't take it, put it in a box or something like that, and that, hence why it's called dark matter. Dark energy would explain the energy required to be able to continue the expansion at a rapid rate, especially if it were to be true that we expand faster today than we did yesterday. And so that's being challenged at this point. Was it the Big Bang Theory? It's not. I definitely wasn't big into the Big Bang Theory. Honestly, The Office, Friends, stuff like that is more my thing. You like Third Rock from the Sun? I've watched it a few times, Third Rock from the Sun. Probably not too much, though. Shut down, it will. You're there. Yeah, absolutely true. Beautiful Disaster, welcome in. How's Delaware? Parks and Recreation was okay. I did try to watch it. I was kind of hooked on it, but like at the same time, I was super bored watching it. It was kind of just one of those shows that is okay. It's a place in Florida. I live on the ocean. Yo, that's awesome. Red Rock Players all day. Saturn, it is Saturn. Hiya, Fox, how you doing? How's your night? Very, very cold out there for you. Ah, dang. This right now is Saturn, yep. Currently looking out at Saturn. Looks like it's not coming in very well, though. we can get a little bit more brightness, I guess. If that helps any. Watching Travelers. Oh, nice. Never seen it though. Probably been asked what size scope are you using? 11-inch mid-cat screen tonight. It's an 11-inch telescope. We'll have to swap over the 8-inch pretty quick because of the moon. We'll be swapping from this telescope over to the 8-inch telescope here quickly. Doesn't matter. It's only called dark because it's compared to space blackness. It's just something that we can't observe. Hence the term dark. Not observable. And again, you know, in the books. Oh yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'm doing good, Fox. I'm doing great. Where's the moon? We go the moon. We'll go check out the moon. Ancient everyone knew our source better than we did until a century ago. I mean, I don't know that they knew it better, per se. I think all the knowledge put together is amazing, but I'm not sure that I would use the term that they knew it better. But obviously, like, ancient civilizations didn't have all the brain rot stuff that we have now, like, for example, TV, a bunch of shows, stuff like that. So they were a little bit more focused on what they could see, and obviously at night, you had an amazing view. Oceans are definitely scary. Camera, am I using the, this is the SV305C Pro camera. Not sure you see anything. Oh, that's so cool. Yeah, that's so cool. You should use it, Darren. It's a lot of fun getting to use a telescope. Okay, new understandings, established laws of physics. Yeah. My Saturn is white. It's kind of more of like a creamish color per se. It's just how the camera's picking it up, though. I just got a space weather live notification. What does it say? What you saying? Where's it at? Oh. A solar flare. M1 solar flare. Merry day after Christmas, love it. Welcome in, Robert. How you doing? How was your day? How was your Christmas? Hard to believe they learned all that by looking at the night sky. I mean, it's not hard to believe anything. The Saturn will lose those rings in the near future. In our perspective, it went edge on. We're coming out of it now. We're going to be walking out of the edge on view of the rings, but eventually it will. 100 to 300 million years from now. Eventually the rings will most likely be gone. Happy Boxing Day, nice. But dark matter and energy comes from part of existence. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I mean, that may come from that, I guess. Highly overcast there in Atlanta. It's a little bit overcast here. It's not too bad, though. Glad to have you. 21/7, that's running. Oh, for Christmas? Yo, that's so cool. It's such a beautiful eyepiece, too. Love that eyepiece. Their zoom eyepiece is really nice. I got that one, and I got the 3 to 6 or 3 to 7, something like that, maybe 3 to 9 millimeter. It's also a beautiful eyepiece. Favorite things to look at with the telescope: planets and the moon. Aliens. Oh, thanks, Lamb. I appreciate it. Thank you for subbing. I appreciate that. This guy, I appreciate it, man. Merry day after Christmas for sure. We're located in the Midwest part of the USA. Over in the Midwest. What are the rings made of? Mostly ice water. Mostly ice water and some dust, rocky material. But mostly ice. Speaking into the deep space object, can you ever look at the sun? We do sometimes. I've streamed it a few times here on YouTube. But are you able to view 3i outlets at all? We can. It's just a early morning object, about 1:30 to 2 before it gets high enough for me to be able to observe it here in the observatory. What direction are we facing right now? To the southwest. Currently southwest. Oh, you're welcome, Troy. absolutely. It's very reflective. It is. What telescope are you using? Do you have a favorite telescope? I'm like, it's weird for me to do too much of a favorite. I feel I'm not much of a favoritism kind of guy. But this C11, I truly enjoy the C8, to be honest. Like the C8 telescope's a really nice telescope. You guys want to go back to the moon real quick or no? Joel, the solar system, yeah. Absolutely. Welcome in, by the way, Olivia. Glad to have you. What are we going to look at next? We're bouncing between Saturn and the moon currently. Saturn and the moon. Computer, turn the observatory aircon off. Use it for SE at some point. It's not too bad. It's a fun telescope to use for sure. Like on full moons, it works really well. Do I follow any other YouTube channels, Roman? There's a few that I do follow, but mostly they're friends, obviously. I don't spend a lot of time on social media, including like on YouTube. Saturn 8. Called police. Yeah, it's gonna be arrested. Okay, cool story. But the aliens had intel on us, and they knew they came to our galaxy and look around. They had to come, and it's come. Then I guess they'd have intel on us, and if they came into our galaxy, they had to look around. And they come in on a comment. Have a whiskey drinking whiskey day, I got you. Talent traveling through our solar system, change direction again. That's normal. When it interacts with objects, it can be modified in its direction of its own. Like gravitational titles do that. So we can see Saturn from here. We can. He really listens to you. Not Siri. That's she who shall not be named. I just changed its name to computer. That way I'm not like activating everybody else's device, Amazon device. It causes rings. It's huge. Yeah. Imagine it was. That telescope's called a Meade. Oh, okay. Meade multi-coated telescope. Have you heard of it? Which Meade is it? Multi-coated would talk about the lens or the optics itself, but Meade's a really good brand. Just watch. I got you, Guppy. Glad to have you, buddy. Good night. Good evening. Good afternoon, whatever shall it be for you, Guppy. Good to see you, brother. Got a good drink. Is there anything faster than the speed of light? If there is, it'd be the expansion of the universe. Yeah, we can go to the moon. Absolutely. We can definitely go to the moon. Let me center us up on Saturn here real quick. Here, sync, yes. Here, the moon, and 3, a 2, a 1, and a wee. Let me turn down some brightness though. Alright. Zoom out a little bit here. My throat is itching tonight. Alright, let's see if we can find it. Maybe get a little bit more brightness here. Speed up the telescope. Should be off in this direction. Oh, there it is. The moon. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. You can see the moon and all the stars, but not Saturn. Look right next to the moon. Saturn's really close to the moon. It'll be just kind of like a little bit to the south of the moon. A really bright dot right next to the moon would be Saturn. Hi, buddy. How you doing? My boy hanging out tonight now. How you doing, buddy? Lewis, we don't do anything about religion here, man. Has nothing to do with this live. Did you just moon us? I did. Alright, buenas noches. See you soon. Cuídate. That telescope that I probably could see it, but it's not set up. I got you. Hey, thanks, C-Rob. I appreciate you, buddy. Seeing moon Sasquatch is crazy. That's crazy. Well, if aliens are telescoping you right now, then aliens would be telescoping you right now, I guess. We leave anything on the moon versus nothing big enough to be able to view. Nothing big enough that we'd be able to view. Where did that come from? Our atmosphere. Yep. Atmospheric turbulence. And then my coughing. I gotta get a drink. Give me just a second. I'm seeing the moon in 48 days, y'all. That's crazy. This telescope about $3,000, roughly about 3,000 for the telescope. My goodness, my throat's itching. You can clarify the image with the intelligence after. I'm sure you did. I'm just saying, interested in that. I prefer the raw view, personally. I prefer that in the raw view. I'd say, how you doing, buddy? You think all craters look the same? It's interesting. I see a lot of different definition here. Light pollution affect the telescope? It does. Which one should you buy? Like a telescope? It depends, man. So many different ones out there. I mean, kind of half moon tonight. It is, yeah. Can we stack it? If we got the comp down a little bit, it's stacked pretty well. I don't think we'll get much of a stack currently, though. Yeah, it won't be too bad, I guess. Not horrible. Yeah, it's stacking process compared to the raw view. A little bit too much atmospheric turbulence going on. One of the larger impact craters. In our view right now, you're probably looking towards like 80, 90 miles. Chilling in the skies. The Godzilla in the house. Don't forget that light and sky. To see the sky. Love it, buddy. I love it. Spinning well inside the moon. The hamster on it. Nice. Yeah, definitely buy the telescope that you'll use. The best telescope will be one that you will use. Heard about seeing the lights on the moon. Apparently there's a specific crater. Sometimes you do see a weird effect coming from it. A weird phenomenon. Ever check you made you think you actually saw something moving up there? Like when you get really tired, for example. Things like that can happen. Not that many impact craters on Earth. We have an atmosphere, we have sediment changes here on Earth. There's disturbances from the sun. Not from what we see here. Like we're not seeing disturbances from the sun itself. Just the atmosphere, our current atmosphere. How deep is the craters? Anywhere from Sangreen down to 7 miles deep. 7 miles being the deepest impact crater. What is that? Currently the moon. Their position on the moon you like? I really like the mountain ranges over by the Sea of Showers. But then I like the Tycho Impact Crater region. A lot going on there. And then I really like looking out towards the Sea of Crisis. I think it's a really beautiful area. You okay, Eric? You going crazy there? Keyboard going crazy? Let's look at these impact craters right here. These are actually really gorgeous impact craters right here. There we go. Kind of hold it here for a minute. About money. Oh, those rocks for aliens. That'd be crazy. No conspiracy. I'm out. Thank God. Is this a model? Nope. This is the moon. Yes, I got you. If I use one and learn to use it. That is true. Absolutely. Really get the focus down in the daytime. One of the best things you never do is focus like with a tree to understand how focus works. And the moon obviously is the easiest target to get to and to learn focus on. Very pretty up close. Absolutely. She is. She's very stunning. Really beautiful. We see a crack in the moon. There's like fissures in the moon, but not really a crack per se. Thank you, Mo. Appreciate that. It had no cracks itself, yeah. How high can we jump in the moon? Like got smaller craters. So you get about maybe closer to about a sixth of the distance compared to what you do here. Don't look like choose you, but I hope not. Chat bros, oh no way. Yeah. Oh, it's all good. I tried to get it too. 199. My boy trying to get 199 apparently. It'd be great if you went to an observatory one day. I'm setting an observatory. Well, that's really that dangerous. It is very sharp, and it's quite the craziness thing. Almost like glass, and it just wants to stick to you too. Crater hopping is that? It'd be a horrible idea. You can do the math of like your velocity if you were to jump into an impact crater of the distance and how bad things would end up. It depends. It depends on how much it actually receives from solar winds. How to spot the U.S. flag on the moon? Can it be done? It really don't point towards the moon. It's like way too bright for the to use on the moon itself. And when it was actually further out, like you wouldn't turn around and look back because of the sun itself. Very defined route. That is true. Absolutely. Fast after zooming in on Saturn. We're expert on this. There we go. How high would you need to jump to lose a gravitational pull? You want it. Like, you wouldn't jump that high. There's going to be always a gravitational pull between you and the moon itself as you try to jump away from the moon. Up to a certain point, obviously, then you'll have other influences, gravitational pulls from other objects. Need to see it. Third kill bugs. Poke a hole in our suits. You could. Very well. How do you find the U.S. flag if they never went to the moon? How would you find the U.S. flag if they never went to the moon? Cool story. Sounds good, Jace. Had a call for help. I got you, man. Why? Why, bro? Why? Have an amazing day, buddy. We'll see you soon. Been trying to do last night. Our little 6-inch telescope. Oh, no way. You got the 6SE from Celestron? Yeah, you have to jump to the escape velocity. That's correct. Which just you want it, obviously. How they're the same depth? I wouldn't say they're the same depth at all by looking at it here. I can see some really shallow ones and really deep ones. Just even the way you can do that is look at the shadow effect from some of the impact critters. Kind of obvious, I thought, but maybe not. No, yes. Look at all the crazy. Yeah, but just take a look at them, Daryl. You can see some of the shadow effects going on here. And some of the impact craters, some of them you don't. Kind of gives that clear depth. I say even welcome in, hanging out the moon. Chill, buddy, chill. You see 3i Atlas, not yet. Not high enough in the atmosphere. Not high enough in the atmosphere. You think they're very flat? And still, by looking at the impact shadow or the shadows around the impact craters, you think they're very flat. You got a weird way of viewing things. Craters do not form the way we assume. Oh, they definitely do. Head tag saying made in China. Cool. Looks like an S. Patient fight. Alright, cool story, dude. You're out there. We see Saturn weekend. Yeah, bye, Felicia. Right, let's go. Let's go, Saturn. Oh, we. Here's Saturn. Here would be the Saturn. Bring in enough light, though. There we go. Red rule, yes, okay. Oh, I'll insult you all day long, Daryl. You showed your education. Couldn't understand the depth just even by looking at the depth of the shadows. Really want to talk about education, man. The most simple way you could have looked at something, you couldn't even do it yourself. You can bounce them out, though. Felicia can leave already. Right now we're using a C11 telescope. Eric, stop. He's been bounced, yeah. Right, you didn't already do it. That's fine, a wonderful printer. Yeah, that has to be it. That has to be it. I like how the moon always brings out the crazies in people. Wow. Pretty dang well. Is that Saturn? Really, it is. Do an AC shot. We can try to stack it. We can try it real quick. See how it does anyways. Let's see what it does. Let it take a few more photos. It's not great. I got a little too much exposure on it, but a little too much exposure going on. Currently Jupiter's outside. That is correct. Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. It's always good to see Saturn, though. Saturn's really gorgeous. Really beautiful planet. The gravitational pull that brings it crazy. I mean, we always got the same amount of gravity, though, from the moon. Just the craziness of brain rot itself. Does that number fit in the universe that well theories can? I honestly don't know. Honestly, do not know. Adam, how you doing, bud? Oh, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome. What telescope you use again? C11. The C11. Where's the sun? It's nighttime, silly. It is nighttime, silly. I think he's had too much Christmas candy. I think it's weird that we're floating. Makes it weird. Like you tell your kids, yeah. Where's the sun? In the opposite side of Earth right now. Below the horizon. Enjoy. Hey, welcome in, Steven. Or Stephanie. Glad to have you. Basically, we're just tagging along. That is true. That is true. It's weird that we're just floating when you think about it. Floating in space like everything else. But falling as well. A lot of wildness going on. I mean, I don't find it weird in its own term. How visible are Saturn's moons? They're there. Let's see if we can bring in a little bit more exposure. Maybe. Can you start to see them? Kind of make them out, or no? No, we can bring in a little bit more light for it. Oh, go the right way. See Titan way off over there. Yeah, this would be Saturn. Can you guys see the moons okay? Currently seeing 4. Saturn, Rhea, and Gladius. Tethys down, and Titan. Nice. Is it moving? It is. Everything's on the move. Oh, you're welcome. You can see 4. That's pretty much what I'm seeing currently. There's probably a couple of them just kind of bunched up right there as well. It makes it really hard to see. The one on the upper right would have been Titan. You can only see one moon on screen. You gotta turn up the brightness sometimes on your phone. If you can turn up the brightness on your phone, a lot of time it helps a lot to be able to see stuff like that. Jupiter is your favorite planet? Not just yet. Not high enough for me to be able to get to yet. If we remain clear, we'll do Jupiter tonight, though. Where's a black hole? The closest black hole is about 1,600 light years away from us. Pretty far, but yet relatively close. What do you really think the rings are? Ice. Mostly ice water, a little bit of dust and rock. That's a way thing that you can see galaxies. Yeah, galaxies are the most distant objects that would be able to pick up with telescope. Cygnus black hole was the first to be confirmed. Yeah. Okay, DM, welcome in. Glad to have you. All right, y'all. I gotta go and pick up the lady, I guess. But we shall be back. I think Jupiter is gonna be the target we go to next. Jupiter, as long as we stay clear, of course. Jupiter should be our next target for the night. But clear skies. Thank you for hanging out with us. Keep looking up, and we shall be back probably in about an hour and a half or so. Maybe close to like 10 p.m. Central Time, as long as we still got clear skies. But see y'all soon. Have a good night.